Hello everyone, UsefulEngine11 here, back again for another custom video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some narrow gauge rolling stock. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I guess there really isn't a backstory for the rolling stock. Well, okay, maybe a little bit, but however, we're going to take a look at all these, but one at a time. Well, okay, maybe a few at a time if there's more than one, but you know. Anyway, let's start with the weed killing tanker. The weed-killing tanker was something seen in the Railway series in the story Speed Killer in the book New Little Engine. Apparently, this is supposed to be Fred's job, but apparently since Fred's a lazy diesel, Rusty has to do the job instead, and he's not really a big fan of it. But he knows it's an important asset to the railway. Anyway, when I saw the weed-killing tanker from, I guess, Break My Stride, an Enterprising Engines episode, I thought it looked pretty cool, so I wanted to go ahead and do this myself. However, mine doesn't look anywhere close to Matt's, but hey, I gave it my best shot. Anyway, mine is made out of a few components. It's made out of the little black flatbed I've had for a long time, and I used a dowel rod for the base, and a couple bit of Lego pieces. And then I took a bit of a popsicle stick and put it underneath the dowel rod in between the Legos so that it would have more of a structure. After that, I took it outside and spray painted it yellow. And then of course I did the detailing on the side with a toothpick, and the railings are actually paper clips super glued on. Now, I wasn't totally sure how I was going to do the pipe that, laid across the line how it says in the book. However, I decided to go ahead and use Lego pieces for this. And I say this pretty much worked out perfectly, honestly, and it does look pretty good. Now, if only I could get a figure to sit on the back, then I feel like this would be complete in a way. Now, let's move on to the slate trucks. I made these slate trucks back around the end of 2022, around the time when I got them for my birthday. I was very happy to have these so I could convert them to wooden railway. And I will say the end result came out pretty well, but how did I do these? Well, first, I unscrewed the Ertl chassis, and then I took them outside to spray paint them. Keep in mind, this was sort of during fall, almost winter, so yeah. Anyway, after I let them dry, I pretty much painted all the black details with a brush, and then I superglued them down to chassis. I really want to make more slate trucks so badly, but until I can find some more Ertl slate trucks for a good price, or until I have enough money to get some more, I'm afraid I'm out of luck for now. But hey, that's perfectly fine, as I'm just happy I have some now nonetheless. Next, we have some brown narrow gauge wagons, and we have not one, not two, but three of them. Now, originally when I filmed this little sequence right here, or at least, I guess, a remastered version of this sequence, I actually only had two at the time. But then when I got this yellow truck in a lot recently, I kinda now was able to make three. So that's perfectly fine. I mean, my goal was to make like 4 or 5 of these wagons, and maybe 6. Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 of these wagons. Either way, I'm happy to have some of these now. Now, if you remember, I have shown off this wagon before, but at the time when I did, I only had one of them. If anything, these wagons are pretty much the equivalent of these wagons that I used to have back in the day. So I was very happy to make these. I pretty much painted these with a base coat of dark matte gray paint, and then I pretty much painted these the same brown that I painted my narrow gauge brake van. And I'm very happy to have 3 of these. Like with the slate cars, I want to make more. However, technically I have one more than the slate cars, really. Next, we have some narrow gauge brake vans. So, as you all know, I've had a brown narrow gauge brake van, a red narrow gauge brake van, and Cora for a while. However, I recently made two more, a blue one and a gray one. While the blue one actually has a chassis at the moment, the gray one sadly does not. And I've been looking at these brake vans, and while they don't look bad, I honestly kind of want to go a different way. Since these brake vans were mostly scratch built, I kind of want to do something else. So, I guess you could expect these brake vans to change in the future, but I don't know if I'd actually give them a spotlight, because this is officially their spotlight video. Nonetheless, I love the way they turned out, and of course, until I can get the gray one up on its wheels, it's sadly going to have to be like this for now, but hey, I don't mind. So with that, everyone, that's pretty much my narrow gauge rolling stock. It really adds a little bit to my narrow gauge fleet because I've only had a few coaches and a few trucks for a while now, so it's nice to see my narrow gauge collection growing in this sense. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this custom video. Without further ado, Useful Engine 11 signing out. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all next time.